You can talk about abstinence, faithfulness, and condoms, but these strategies will achieve little without empowering people with information and skills to embrace safer ways of making the money they need.
Sub-Saharan Africa bears the highest burden of the HIV epidemic. The region accounts for more than 2/3 of the world's people living with HIV, and that's not all. Poverty, persistent economic and gender inequalities, social exclusion, and lack of business opportunities and jobs. All of these drive transmission of the HIV virus and the spread of AIDS.
Our meager income used to push us against the wall, so some of us used to augment our income by having sexual relationships with our customers in exchange for money. We accepted it as part of the business.
This is the struggle for survival. Tiny informal businesses yielding very little in profits and their owners resorting to risky behaviors to make additional money, like engaging in sex for money. What's needed is an approach that addresses both access to HIV information and services and the economic and gender disparities that fuel the transmission of HIV. The economic empowerment approach is the key to addressing HIV and AIDS. A 4-year program implemented by the ILO with support from the Swedish government has reached out to more than 88,000 people in East and Southern Africa. The approach supports small, informal businesses and employment through existing organizations and micro-lending institutions. The goal of the economic empowerment approach is to open doors for small business operators through targeted business training to improve productivity and income, to enable them to access loans, to create jobs for others in their community, to help them mitigate and reduce their risks of getting or transmitting HIV, and to increase their opportunities to prosper without having to resort to risky behaviors.
Given the things we had to do to survive, people look down upon us. We are now leaving this workshop as proud business women ready to face the world, well empowered.
So far, the results have been impressive. Between 2011 and 2015, more than 15,000 jobs have been created. Higher profits, growth in personal savings, and nearly all participants lifting themselves out of extreme poverty. They've increased their spending on healthcare, food, and education, and decreased their exposure to HIV risks by reducing their number of sexual partners and their dependence on engaging in sex for money. The link is clear. Combining businesses' development, employment creation, advancing women's empowerment, and educating women and men on how to reduce HIV risk. It all adds up to the economic empowerment approach, and it's working.
I am now a role model to other aspiring entrepreneurs and share my own experiences with members. I have been able to sustain my family from the earnings and become self-reliant.
I have made changes in my life. I no longer need to depend on men for financial sustenance.